Sorry, I'm still getting over bronchitis. COVID turned into bronchitis, which I probably caught. I was in Oklahoma County. I live in Cleveland County, which is Norman, Oklahoma. I went to Oklahoma City, which is Oklahoma County, to get my birth certificate because they were trying to get me emergency housing because I was on the streets. An organization called Catholic Charities is going to pay my deposit, and an organization called Norman Housing Authority is going to pay half my rent every month for a year because I'm disabled. But they needed my birth certificate. In order to get my birth certificate, I needed to go to Oklahoma City to go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics to pay an order for me to have a birth certificate so I could take it to their agency so they could process my documents. I called a taxi cab. They took me to Oklahoma City. My phone died. I was lost. I thought I knew where the place was, but I had not been in Oklahoma City for several years. I got lost. It was hot. I was overheated. My phone died. I was scared. I was crying. I was in this huge town, Oklahoma City, and I couldn't find the building, and I walked around for hours, and I was dehydrated. I called the police, asking them if they would do a favor for a citizen and try and find a way to get me back to Norman, Oklahoma, Cleveland County, because the birth certificate place was closed. The police acted like they couldn't do anything for me, and it was a Sunday and the buses were not running. I walked up to a school where I saw several kids and parents. 2 more police officers arrived. They ran my name and they ran my husband's name. I was waving a $30 bill in the air, begging and crying anyone to put gas in their car to take me back to Cleveland County. A female officer and 2 male officers put me in handcuffs and arrested me and tried to charge me with aggressive panhandling. I don't know much about the law because I have a degree in counseling, not law, but I'm pretty sure panhandling is when you ask for money, not offer people money, gas money, just so I could get home and hitch a ride. The police arrested me and charged me with aggressive panhandling when all I was trying to do was offer people who I thought were safe, not strangers, but parents who had children, offered to put $30 in their tank to drive me from Oklahoma City to Norman, Oklahoma, which is only about a 15-minute drive. I was taken to Oklahoma County Jail. I was treated horribly by the women there. They put me in segregation. A female officer grabbed me by the arm and threw me in there and said, "You're going to be alone, and this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy this." I was crying. I was scared. I was pressing the button repeatedly, asking for food. I felt my blood sugar dropping. She screamed at me over the intercom, told me I would have to wait till dinner. About 30 to 40 minutes later, I started feeling lightheaded. I passed out. I fell. I hit my head. When I hit the back of my head, just like back in July, when I hit my head, it caused me to have a seizure. I had a seizure. Medical staff was called. The police took me to a psych unit. I spent 7 days in a psych ward called the Crisis Center. I was released from the psych ward back out in the heat in Oklahoma City, still with no ride home. I had to hitch a ride home from a stranger who I was very scared of, who raped me. I finally made it back to Norman, Oklahoma, my hometown. I was told that I would have to pay a $500 fine and that I would have to appear in court on September 20th. I called on September 17th. The DA spoke to me personally and said I was wrongfully arrested. Sorry, these things happen. You don't have to come to court. You don't have to pay a fine. You didn't do anything wrong. I went to the emergency room when I got back to Norman Regional Hospital, and I have all my paperwork. I have a busted breast implant on my left side. I had bruises, which I took pictures of. And I had a fractured cheekbone and COVID, which I was officially diagnosed with on August 24th. All because I went near a school with children.